right.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We took a couple weeks off.
Yeah. Took a little time off, but we back.
We back
like I'm never left.
You know what episode this is? I really don't.
I have no idea.
I have zero idea.
Again, insert title here.
No, zero idea.
Yeah. But yeah.
Last one was with RJ.
That was the last
Yep.
one. That was the last one. How did y'all like that one? I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, and say he's a very informative guy. He had a lot of information.
Yeah. He earned the follow from me.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Nice.
Yeah. Earned the follow from me for sure.
For sure.
And I'm definitely I'm already in the process of like getting my cards. I got the money. I gotta get the cards.
Uh-huh.
So
and when you're ready, let me know. Cause I can probably got a referral link I can send you.
Bet it up.
Okay.
Bet it up.
Cool.
But yeah, y'all want to see any more of those? Let us know. Y'all got somebody interesting with a good following that actually know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, send us a recommendation or whatever. Interview more people. I would like to interview some more people throughout the year.
Yeah. If you think you would want to be interviewed, contact one of us or contact the page. Let us know what it is you do and why you feel you should be interviewed, and we will talk about it and maybe interview you.
Do the vetting process properly.
Yeah.
I want to do old girl, the girl you talked about.
Oh, Jaleesa?
Yeah. I think that'd be dope.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to Jaleesa.
Bet it up. But yeah, we back with another episode, man. What you been up to since we been gone?
Man, nothing. On shutdown from work, which is good.
Hey, man.
Been playing some 2K. I got back into Destiny. But that's been pretty much it. I wrote a verse yesterday.
What?
For the first time in probably a year.
That boy wrote a verse.
Man. And it took 2 days. It took 2 days.
I ain't no one take Jay.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten more difficult. And then I took like an edible and then I did it. And as the edible started kicking in, the song got worse. And I'm like, how do people do this? This sounds terrible. I just deleted like the other half of that shit and I just went to sleep.
Thought you was Snooper Wiz.
Man, I don't know how they do it. Maybe once you get to like a certain level of tolerance, yeah.
Right.
But
or if you just start out that way. If you just because you still like write your records, your verses, don't you?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that I know, when they do that, they just punch in or go off the top or whatever, and it just I don't know why they do that, but it's not the
because there's less effort, bruh.
Yeah,
you just say what comes to your head. Ooh.
Like what's his name said that actually, not YG, Rich Homie Quan on what's that show with Matt Barnes, All the Smoke, yeah. He was saying like whenever he would write stuff, and I quote. Well, I don't quote, but I'm paraphrasing. He said, "I get deep like J. Cole and them, and I don't like doing that. So I just punch in and I get my shit off that way."
See, that sounds terrible to me.
That sounds wild.
Like how
fucking wild.
How you be scared of being popular and successful? Like, because we go to their concerts. They concerts to sell out. Rich Homie Quan concert, bro. You at the shelter, bro. Like,
hey, chill in the shelter, bro. Shelter got some good.
Yeah, no. But it's for a certain tier of artists, and when you think of someone's trajectory like his, when he was with Young Thug and everything, he was supposed to be at LCA.
Yeah.
And to know you was supposed to be at LCA and you end up around the corner at St. Andrews, bro, you feel different. The parking situation is different. You coming in with the customers, bro. It's different.
It's different. I missed so many concerts over the past 2 years, especially because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, excuse me. Chinese food. Yeah, especially because of COVID and stuff, man.
Yeah.
I missed Isaiah Rashad. Love Isaiah Rashad. I missed him. I missed this year. I think last year I missed Saha. This year I missed Absol.
Did you miss these or did you just not go?
No, I missed them. I legit wanted to go, but just money situation, all that stuff just didn't work out.
Okay.
And so, I had the money, but I was like, I could spend this $25 on this concert ticket, or I can put this 25 towards like, gas or whatever, shit like that. So like, I mean, I had it, but I was like, nah, I'd rather be secure in other places or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Drake is performing today. Drake is here today.
Bro, I think it's tomorrow.
I thought it's today.
Today?
I think it's today.
No, somebody just hit me saying they buy the outfit from me today to wear tomorrow.
Okay. It might be tomorrow. I don't know.
I didn't know he was here.
Yeah, here. I was gonna get Drake tickets, but his tickets were more than Beyonce's. But I will say though, from what I've been seeing of his production value from his concert this time, it seems like he definitely stepped it up. Okay. And I feel like for a $500-$600 ticket, yes, nigga. Because at least at Beyonce, I know she'll come up that bitch on a unicorn, nigga. Like I know. So let's go. That's my next concert. That's later this month, the 26th. It's on a Wednesday.
That's wild.
Beyonce performing on a Wednesday.
That's wild. Hey, if she can perform whenever she want, man, it's Beyonce.
She really can. Man, I just know my job gonna have so many call-offs.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna be one of them.
He said, I'm gonna be one.
I'm gonna be one of them.
Man. Oh, man. Me and India were just talking about this. I'm not a big concert kind of guy. Right. Like big, like Little Caesars Arena or like arena tours. I'm just not interested. Like a J. Cole concert, I am not interested. A Drake concert, I am not interested. Chance the Rapper, I'm not interested.
So you just like the lower level, more intimate.
Yeah, like the two concerts, 3 technically, but the 2 concerts I went to was both at St. Andrews, and it was the Big Crit concert, loved that one, and then it was the Currency concert, loved that one. And those are both at St. Andrews, and then there was one that was at the Shelter years ago. Saha the Prince was there or whatever, and that I really like that one.
No, those all sound good.
Yeah.
I feel like I may be more. I don't care about the size. I like uniqueness in the music. So if it's just you singing along to the backing track, that I'm against. So like when me and my girl was down in Tennessee and they had the live band playing, they had the live instruments, they had the people really singing and stuff.
That's dope.
And I'm like, man, they deserve all the Grammys.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like that is fire. And then sometimes you'll see people perform. Like Drake was on SNL and he had the live band with him. And I'm like, that goes hard. Yeah. That's what I want to see. So if I'm seeing you, I want it to be a unique experience. I don't want it to be like, yeah, this is a louder version of what I got at home.
No, the live band always go hard. Live band always goes hard. And then, like, I'm a sucker for, like, anybody that bring out, like, the old scratching DJ and shit. I'm like, now, if you just got the soundtrack behind, like the instrumental behind you, and you rapping every word or whatever, I'm cool with that. But like, I don't want to hear you on top of your vocals. Yes. You know what I mean? I'm not with that.
I'm not with that either.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you have a good time. It's going to be good. The Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good time.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. I mean, I could get something else with $400, but
I was sure you could.
Yeah, but Beyonce, that's nice too.
Yeah. For sure. What's the first topic you got up you want to talk about?
So, I was talking to my girl about this the other day, and I wanted to ask, why do you feel that Ice Spice has been more successful than Glorilla, even though they came out around the same time?
I actually think Glorilla was out like a little bit before her. But, roughly around the same.
But I'm saying
that same season.
Yeah, same season for sure.
Same season. But I'm gonna chalk it up to New York bias because Ice Spice is from. She's from, I think, the Bronx or Harlem or whatever.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah, so I think it's the New York bias, and like the people in New York have been looking for. They've been looking for someone to rally behind for a long time, especially like ever since like Pop Smoke died or whatever, or was killed. So I think they've been looking for people to like rally behind, and like you see it in glimpse. So like you see it with what's the dude's name? Fabio Foreign. You saw it with Fabio Foreign or whatever. They kind of got behind him, and then you see it. I think we were supposed to see it with Bobby Shmurda, but he didn't want to come back on that shoot 'em up bang bang shit. So people just dropped him.
Which I can't. You cannot blame him for not wanting to come back.
I don't blame him at all.
Like nigga, I literally just went to jail for this.
Yes, no, y'all ain't paying my bills. Fuck y'all.
Right.
I'm not doing this shit. So yeah, I don't blame him or whatever. And then, yeah, like Glorilla, even though I think Glorilla is from a stronger camp with CMG down in Memphis or whatever, it's just you cannot, like, hip-hop started in New York, so you really can't get around that. All the major companies are there. All the people that's going to push the button on your records are there. So, I mean, I think
you are overcomplicating it.
I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, it's still a business, and I think the business is always going to win out. The house always wins.
I agree with that, but the reason I think, though, is because she sells sex, bro. Like we had the episode about a couple weeks ago. Ice Spice just sells sex better than Glorilla. Not saying Glorilla's not pretty, because she is, but Glorilla got this kind of tenacity and aggressiveness to her
she do.
that some women appreciate, but some don't. While Ice Spice is just this pretty light-skinned, sexy person who talks about sex and munch and stuff like that, and more women can get behind that.
Yeah, I guess.
Than whatever Glorilla talks about. I mean, don't get me wrong, Glorilla got some songs where she's like talking like freaky
shit. And she
shit.
actually rap better than Ice Spice too.
Oh yeah, definitely by a long shot. But Glorilla doesn't sell sex.
No.
And I believe it's too late for her, even if she wanted to turn around and be like, yo, I'm selling sex now. I think it's too late.
I think she does it just in her own way.
But your way isn't the massively consumed way.
Yeah.
So like Ice Spice, like I say, all her things are about her ass. Like all her pictures are her ass, her titties. She got all these different hairstyles. She got all this fashion stuff. And then I think she's had the bigger cosigns. Because Glorilla had Cardi, but Ice Spice got Nicki.
Yeah.
And Ice Spice had Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Ice Spice is on the thing with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that helps.
So look,
that helps a lot.
Look, if you had to guess before you saw the numbers, how close would you think Ice Spice and Glorilla was numbers wise?
I actually would have thought it'd been a lot closer than from when I saw it. I thought it would have been like maybe one was like 2 million off or 1 million off or whatever. But you could put the numbers up and
all right. So look,
it's a wash.
So this, if you can see right here, this is Ice Spice. Ice Spice got 1,096,526,263 streams.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And let's see what Glorilla got. Glorilla got 272,636,420 streams. And this is as of June 23rd.
Is that damn near 5 times the amount? Nah.
Just like roughly.
Yeah.
Like around 4 times the amount.
That's wild.
Like around 4 times the amount.
That's wild.
And they came out around the same time.
Yeah.
And while I do acknowledge that there is like a difference in separation in between them, I don't feel like talent-wise, there's no way it should be that big.
No, it's no way. And I honestly think Glorilla's going to be here longer than Ice Spice is going to be here.
See, and you know what? I feel like I said that on a previous episode too, but now I don't know.
You want to know?
I don't know.
I mean, the cosigns on her end definitely help. And like I said before, like the machine is going to help Ice Spice no matter what. But I think the okay, I'm gonna put it this way. I think Glorilla is going to be Ice Spice is going to cross over way faster than Glorilla will, and when Ice Spice crossover, we go enter Nicki's phase of spaceships, and what was that? What was her pop phase?
Yeah, spaceship, all bass, super bass.
Yeah, I think she go into that, and people really black women not really go feel her.
Ice Spice or
Ice Spice. I think Ice Spice is going to cross over into that pop world way faster, and black women not going to gravitate towards her as much, but they'll still gravitate towards. I'm gonna say Glorilla.
Mm-hmm. But I think once she crosses over, she's gonna gain enough white fans to cancel out those black fans she lost.
Yeah, most definitely. But she won't be culturally accepted to me. No, not accepted. That's the wrong word. Accepted is the right word.
I mean, I think as a pretty black New Yorker, I think she will always be accepted as long as those people who curate the culture. So like Shade Room, academics, like that group of people, as long as they keep talking about her, she will remain in the culture. So, because to me, I feel like, I mean, if you notice, those are like the culture curators.
Yeah,
like
unfortunately,
they determine like what's hot, what's popular, what's a talking point, what's not.
Extremely, extremely unfortunately.
So so how do you feel culture curation should go? Because if you leave it, you can't just leave it to the masses because it
should be left to the masses.
It's too massive.
It should be left. It should be left to the masses because the companies can be swayed way too easily. Like you can definitely have people on payroll to only talk about my artist or don't talk about this artist. Like, and I think that's way too easily swayed.
But that's just media, period.
And you can program people to like something that they probably don't like.
Yeah, but that's media, period. Or not just black media. That's media,
I
period.
know. I know. I'm just saying. I think we should decide what's hot and what's not instead of people or things being pushed on us, telling us what's hot and what's not. So
I agree with that. You know, speaking of what's hot and what's not, Monopoly Go is what's hot right now.
Yes, nigga. Yes.
So I hate to pivot from music, so I'm going to have to pivot back.
Yeah.
But since you're about what's hot and what's not, I'm going to go to Monopoly Go.
Go for it.
So look, will you talk about Monopoly Go because it's more your game?
Okay, so look, I've been on this. I only been on for 2 days, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's addictive. So if you have not played yet, it's not regular Monopoly. It is not regular Monopoly. You're not finna sit around with you and like 2 or 3 friends or whatever and, roll dice and all other stuff or whatever. That's not what's finna happen. It's a very idle kind of game. You only gotta tap when need to tap and then keep on going about your day or whatever. And then it's the dopamine hit, it's the bright lights and you won this and you won that, you won this. And then after 3 hours, they're not giving you nothing. You gotta either pay for some more dice or you gotta wait the 6 hours to get your dice back.
See, well, imagine that. You have to play for 3 hours before you run out. They don't care what the game is about. They just want you on your phone with this app open for 3 hours.
Yeah,
and if you notice, it's no real commercials yet.
Not yet, nah.
They're gonna take those numbers to advertisers, bro. And like, look, niggas on this bitch for 3 hours a day. Everybody,
right.
Like, they be like, yo, they gonna throw advertisements in it, and it's gonna be like every 2 times you roll, it's gonna be an ad, or you can get rid of the ads for $10.
Who owns Mattel or Hasbro? Who owns Monopoly?
Hasbro.
I think they big enough to not need advertising.
Nobody is gonna make a game for free.
Yeah, but I don't think they might not do it in that way where like other free games, like lower tier free games, after 2 moves you get an ad. I think they'll do it in a way where it'll be like, this is the Frito board, or this is the Pepsi board. I think it'll be like that. Okay. I don't think it'll be like blatant ads. You know what I mean? I hope it wouldn't be blatant. I'm saying I'm probably giving out some sauce right now, but
no, they're like I say, that is typical in business. They call it, it's the growth stage and then it's the profitability stage. Because a lot of big businesses don't make money for a long time until they do. Right.
And so when they do.
Oh, definitely they do. And I think this is where they're at right now. They're like, yo, we got this game. It's free. We're occupying people's time, and if they do offer microtransactions.
Yeah, definitely.
But the way they got it going right now is that they give you so much, you really don't have to spend it. Yep. So they're going to start adding ads, and then they're going to tighten up on that shit. Right. So like when you level up and you get 300 rolls, it's going to be 10 rolls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's all you get. Yes, at level 100 you get 10 rolls.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I just did the little. I searched through the little map portion or whatever, and it's only 116 boards right now. And I think India was talking to one of her friends this morning, and she been playing for a few weeks now, and she on level 76, 78, something like that. So I'm like, shit, you halfway through the fucking boards or whatever. So I'm sure by the time she get to the last one, they'll have more out. But yeah, it's hot right now, and I wish we could zoom in just on me, because I'm letting you niggas know, all you niggas that broke my shields and fucked my board up, I'm spinning the block at 3 o'clock in the morning when y'all sleep. I'm breaking shit down, so you can go to people's stages and like you can knock their buildings down for money or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like, but you get like shields and stuff to protect you. And what people would do, they would stay up while you sleep, and then attack your board or whatever to get money.
Yeah, and see that happened to me, but
just stay recording.
Yeah, see that happened to me, but it's so weird because like I got attacked or whatever, but based on how the game worked, it's still so easy to get money. It's like, oh, you put me back 30 minutes. Like
I got hit bad. I lost all my money. Like no. Let me tell you this, bro. Okay, so I'm not giving out my sauce. I'm not giving out my secret. But I was in the middle of building up my board, and I had like $104 million, like saved, banked. And I was like, bet, I'm gonna just go through and I'm gonna just clean sweep everything, build everything at once. So I'm in there, and out of nowhere I get a notification. It said somebody robbed the bank for $54 million.
Yeah.
Dog,
Yeah.
I was about ready to shoot this. I got back. I got done upgrading my building. I looked. I had $14 million. I was eating. Did you see that? The video of the guy. It's a podcaster from Detroit where he was interviewing the guy and he was talking about they was cheating in dice. And he's I lost $7,000, dog. These niggas are cheating. That's how I felt, bro. That shit hurt my soul.
Look, what I hope this does, though, I hope this guides people towards real Monopoly. Because I like real Monopoly. I enjoy real Monopoly. But the thing is, a lot of people don't play Monopoly correctly. Because when people think Monopoly, they think it's this really long game that takes a long time. They don't play it right because in real Monopoly, let's say you land on a piece, right? Let's say you land on a property. If you don't want the property or you can't afford it, it goes for auction. So that means somebody got to buy the property right then and there.
Right.
And then it gets towards the middle to the end of the game, and nobody wants to trade. Nobody wants to help nobody, especially with me, because they feel like people always feel like I'm trying to rip them off and get them a bad deal. It's not a bad deal, but it's the deal that works for both of us. So I'm saying, yeah, you only got one thing that can complete. I got what can complete your one, so I'm gonna give you your one. You give me those two to complete my two, but I'm gonna throw you $600. You know what I'm saying? Like we got.
Are you the person that's gonna wait until they down their knuckles and be like, hey yo, I'll give me that hotel for this? You wait until they ain't got nothing.
If somebody offers me a good deal, I'm gonna always take a good deal. You know me, like even in life, bro. Yeah. Like I wait for sales and everything. I wait for a good deal. Period.
Speaking of something else, that's how. Did you get on Threads?
I did get on Threads.
You got on Threads?
Yeah.
How you like it?
It's cool. It's all right. It's Twitter without the nudity. Which kind of that's what I'm saying. I'm like
Bun
or the
PG-13
right,
here, nigga.
right. I like the idea of Threads. I like that it hooks to your Instagram, but I feel like it's like Facebook and Instagram
should it have been integrated with Instagram directly instead of a whole new app.
I feel like that'd have been really tough. I mean, I'm not a developer or anything like that, but as somebody who plays games and looks at different operating systems and the way things work, I can see that being pretty hard to implement. Because the people who like Instagram for what it is. Mm-hmm. You don't want to change too much. So think about like when MySpace made changes or Facebook made changes or whatever, people always got something to say about it. So, instead of making this big change to this app, we're just going to make another one. Because like if MySpace would have just been like, yeah, nah, fuck that change, we're going to make like my house instead of my space, and you can come to my house for my house shit, but they like integrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest thing, honestly, I think it would have. Okay, the closest thing to making it as easy, like as like a integrated app or whatever, is the way they did it, because you don't have to make a new account. Everything imports from Instagram. It's such an ease of access.
It is.
That you don't have to do anything but, bring that over. Follow all those people. And your profile is made.
Yep.
So, like, I think they probably. So somebody brought it up to me today. They were saying like this feels like the beta version of it because so many people left Twitter and ran to this black-owned app called Spill. And they were saying, like, because people ran to Spill, they might have just rushed this app out. Like, here, just give them this, and then we'll figure everything else later. Or they get the people and figure everything else out later. So, I'm like kind of on the board with that or whatever, because it do kind of still feel beta-ish. Like even though you follow all those people, you don't see all those people. Like, you still get random ass people on your feed or whatever. So it's cool so far, but I'm not gonna be on it like that.
How do you feel about apps like Spill when they open up as invite only?
I fucking hate it. I mean, I understand it, but I hate it. Yeah.
So I am pretty much against it too. Not because I'm like not invited or I'm not included or anything like that. It's, for the most part, if Spill is like Twitter, like, I feel like I could just go to Twitter. Like, and I understand that it's black owned and that means a lot to some people. But if the app doesn't serve me some kind of unique function, or if it's like no brand of entertainment I can't get nowhere else, I don't really want to make a new account with y'all for no reason.
So low key, I'm not that special. I didn't get an invite, but through my surfing the web, I got in. So, and I can tell you, just the UI is dope. Like, just the layout of it, and like the way they handle like trending topics, niche topics, stuff like that is fucking dope. It's really, really dope. I don't like the invite only thing, but I do understand it. From a development side, I understand it, because like your service may only be able to handle 1 million people. So if you fuck around and get 2 million, 2.5 million, 1.5 million, like some shit could crash or whatever, and it's a bad look on your app or whatever. So I understand. But if they're trying to do it like Clubhouse, where it was a social, where like I'm special because I got to invite, you don't. I think that's kind of trash, especially coming from like a black owned app or whatever. Which I gotta do some more research on, because they say black owned, but they be trying to put that people of color, that POC shit. I don't fuck with that shit. Yeah. But yeah, they be trying to label that shit on there too. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll see how things go. But I haven't really used it like that. I kind of played around with the Threads app a little bit. But it's all just a big FU to Elon. I think everybody gonna be back on Twitter, or Twitter's going to grow to a point where you're going to still use Twitter, but you're going to use these other apps as well.
Yeah, the thing about Twitter is that it's been around for so long, and it's so big. The people who have used it are comfortable using it. They know who they follow. They know who follows them. They know who they're talking to. They know what it's capable of. And like I said, a lot of times people go out for new things because they're new, and then you see it and you use it, and you be like, it's cool, but I'm gonna go back to Twitter,
right?
Or because I feel like that's happened with some other apps before. They be like, oh yeah, we gonna stop using Facebook or Instagram. We're gonna use these apps instead, and then you stop,
right?
So
only app that I've did that with and like actually kept was Fanbase.
Is that like OnlyFans but different?
No, hell no. Oh. So Fanbase is a mix between Instagram and TikTok. And so they were actually, I talked about this on the pod. It was made by Isaac Hayes III, Isaac Hayes' son.
Okay.
And so
you did.
Yeah. So I got that app still or whatever, and like I can say, as long as I've been on any of these other apps, this is the only app I've actually made money off of. I've only made $1.35, but I've actually made money off of this app.
How did you make it?
People gave it to me. I was in one of the, so it's actually like Clubhouse, TikTok, and Instagram. So I was in one of these like chat rooms or whatever, and I'm just people just talking about random ass shit, and I talked about my clothing line a little bit, where I'm from, all this stuff or whatever, and then they started playing like games or whatever, and they was like we got to show. There was some game where it was like, can we see if black people can agree on one thing? And the game was either, so this guy, he had like, the way you get money is like, you can buy like credits or whatever, and then you give those credits to different creators or whatever, or profiles. And so this guy, he had like maybe $1,000 worth of credits, and he was like, "Look, I can give this $1,000 in credits to one person, or I can divide it amongst the room." Now the thing is, the longer the room go, the more people see it. So the more people can come in. So it can go from 25 people to 1,000 people, and now your share goes down out of his thing or whatever, out of his pot. So everybody was like, "Yo," or some people was like, "Yo, just give it to this person. Just give it to this person. Just give it to this person." And other people was like, "No, like spread that shit out because I want some of that too." And so this went on for like maybe an hour before they decided who they was gonna get this money to or whatever. And they gave the money to the person, but the reason why everybody said give it to this particular person, because they knew that person was gonna take it and bust it down between everybody. So, and that's pretty what they did. So it was that's how I ended up getting like my first I think like 75 cents or whatever. So I did that, and then I got like people who sent me some money because like my reels and my videos or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. I'm based prior to you talking about it, like last week. Not last, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's a really cool app. It's really cool. It's just like Facebook or just like Instagram, TikTok, and like I said, Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. You can jump into any room and just start talking with random ass people. Like if you're a creator on there, as soon as you get on the app, you can set your subscribe price with no followers, with no engagement, nothing. As soon as you get on the app, if you make a profile, you can instantly go ahead and make your subscribe price or whatever, or you can leave it for free. So it's a really cool app. I really like it. I still go on there every now and again. I actually want to go on there more often and start having more conversations or whatever. Yeah, but it's cool. Yeah, you was talking about what's the other one? Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. Did Pusha T and what's his nigga name? Jim Jones, did they beef start on Clubhouse? Did he say something about him on Clubhouse?
No. Jim Jones said something about him on an interview. They were talking about the top 50 artists.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a Clubhouse thing.
No, it was an interview. They were talking to, I think was it Jinx? I think it was Jinx.
I don't know. I thought it was Clubhouse, so I don't know.
No, I think it was Jinx. I think Jinx and this other guy, two other guys, was talking about this top 50 rappers thing. Either top 50 rappers or top 50 verses, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was rappers.
So Jim Jones was like, I don't see why Pusha T up here. Out of all the names, mind you, he playing out Pusha T. That's what going to my topic, my points. He playing out Pusha T or whatever. He like, I don't see why Pusha T up here or whatever. He alright, he cool, but niggas, what do you say? This is the metric he used.
He said niggas didn't want to be like him.
Yeah, niggas didn't want to be like him, and bitches didn't want to fuck him. Like, nigga, that has nothing to do with rapping. Nothing whatsoever. But you from Harlem, and that's how y'all gauge rapping or whatever. Cool, my nigga. But whatever. So yeah, that's how that started. And then I think Pusha made the black screen Instagram thing or whatever to respond somehow. And then a couple of weeks later, we heard the record on at the fashion, or a couple months later. A couple months later, we heard the record at the fashion show.
And I actually have the record. I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on.
Not that you don't have the whole record.
I have
you
the
have
verse.
Parts of his.
I have the verse.
Parts of his verse.
The apparent friction between Pusha T and Jim Jones began when Jim Jones questioned.
Diamonds under fame escape relevance. Checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
It was cool, but
yeah.
What? I just think his response was better.
Go ahead, play it.
I gotta find it. So go ahead and talk while I find it.
Oh, okay. So the way I stand
Way.
on this
On the song Pusha T.
is Jim Jones has no reason to be bringing up Pusha T. He has no reason to be bringing up Pusha T at all whatsoever. And the only reason he brought up Pusha T is because Drake brought out Dipset at the show. That's the only reason why he's bringing up Pusha T at all.
Okay.
And that's corny. That's cornball shit. You've never spoken on this man a day in your life. Dude, y'all never had any kind of beef, nothing. But this nigga bring y'all out on stage and he wear Cameron pink coat, and now you team OVO.
Rappers start random beef all the time for no reason.
Oh, bro, no. So coincidentally, you want me to believe it's a fucking coincidence that you had an issue with Pusha T this whole time, and you never liked him as a rapper. You never thought he was a good rapper all these years. But now you say something after Drake bring you out on stage. Really, Jim?
Bro,
come on, Capo. Really?
So so you have an issue with him having and plus he said it's not.
You got tofu. You don't have beef. You have tofu.
And that's what he said. He said it's not even a real beef. He said it's more like battle shit. It's just music shit.
It's definitely just music shit. Definitely just musically or whatever. But what I'm saying is, you have no reason to be talking about this man. And the only reason you talking about him is because Drake brought you out on stage.
So you think the reason he said Pusha not top 50 is because Drake brought him out?
Yes. He has no reason. He has never talked about this nigga. Ever. He's never talked about.
But you don't know if he could have felt some way about the nigga the whole time.
Why didn't you say something before the Drake cosign?
Because
that's corny.
When was the Drake cosign? I don't even know when this was. I don't know the time. I don't know the timeline.
Drake had a show at the Apollo, I think, or something like that, and he made the stage look like I think it was like a bodega or some shit like that. But he brought out Dipset, all of them. He brought out Jim, Cameron, and Jewels or whatever, and. He brought all them out or whatever, and then Cameron let Drake wear the pink coat or whatever, and that was it. They was on stage, they performed or whatever. Drake bigged them up. Oh man, I love these guys, and the politically correct shit he do or whatever. So he did all that, and then that was it. And then they announced like an OVO Dipset collab merch drop coming out soon. And that's it.
Okay. So I'm saying, if he wants to diss somebody in music who he feels he can beat,
you dissing this man off the strength of somebody else because you chasing the feature that's out your element. Like Push said, you are chasing the feature that is out your element.
Okay, let's hear what Jim Jones said, bruh.
My name is my name, but they ain't screaming yet. They talking about the rapper came, but we ain't seen it yet. We got the switches on that bitches, your whole team get wet. But let me chill, cause I don't wanna get my team upset. The only beef nigga, is Arby's or the Big Mac. We don't drive through, we drive by in the car with a Big Mac. That last shit you dropped, that shit was garbage, take that shit back. Plus you got your brother rapping, what you trying to bring the clips back? Talking about your brother, what happened to that boy? It's looking like it, they been selling crack to that boy. Really though, enough of the jokes, is how niggas get embarrassed. Really got some money, I catch you niggas out in Paris. I got shooters like Luca that hit you niggas out in Dallas. Y'all be dressing kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a clip. But his verse to me was better than the Pusha verse to me.
Look, I got Push up one already because Push song not even out.
See, look, but you know what though?
Push song not even out.
See, I gotta say you're bad at this kind of thing because you're so irrational.
How,
bruh?
I'm looking at what's been provided. We heard some stuff from Push's verse. You haven't even heard the whole song. We heard some from the bars from his verse from the fashion show, and that caused you to jump out the window, go to the block. Which to be correct, to be clear, amazing verse. I like it. I like it. I like the energy or whatever. Good verse. I just don't like the intent behind it. That's all. But yeah, really good verse or whatever. So, I think he fucking up by mentioning Malice because now you bring in somebody else into it, and Cameron ain't coming to your rescue because he a news anchor now. Jewels ain't coming out here because he ain't got no teeth. Like it ain't too much. Like you don't want to mess with that clips count. Like you really don't.
Yeah.
So
I think whatever verse though Pusha T could come back with, I don't think it's gonna be better than that.
Shit. Now the one thing I do have, I got one thing Jim got the upper hand with is that gritty, grimy street shit. Like even the whole aesthetics of like this or whatever is like right up Jim Jones' alley, and like that's go swing for the fucking fences every single time with Jim. And then if he get on some like funny bar shit, that might get pushed out of pocket too. But
because like I said, unless Jim Jones got a kid on the way, bro, I don't know what Pusha could do.
Man, Pusha.
Because bro, if Pusha didn't have that on Drake, it's no way he could have won. No way.
Nah.
No way. Because outside of saying you're having a kid, fucking Story of Adidon ain't have shit.
You sound crazy.
Story of Adidon ain't have shit on Duppy. Ain't have a fucking bar on Duppy, bro.
Okay, G.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet. I know.
Okay,
I
G.
know. Mike. I'm
Duppy
good.
was trash.
I'm good.
That shit was trash.
No, fucking.
Duppy was trash.
Look.
Story of Adidon was amazing. Infrared was amazing.
Look. Okay. No, I'm gonna put it up.
Duppy. He didn't say anything about Pusha T and Duppy. What did he say about him and Duppy?
Duppy was the better song.
Duppy was the better song.
I am.
See that you talking. I'm being irrational, but you're talking about two different. I'm talking about the lines. If we and you beefing.
Bro, I will look up the lyrics, nigga, because I don't know. I don't know.
But I can tell you what he said about Drake, right?
He's having a kid.
I could tell you what he said about Drake.
Bro, I can tell you the lyrics of the song, but I don't know exactly what goes into it.
Everything he said in Duppy was aimed at Kanye West. Kanye.
No, so if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's, what do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats?
That's not at him.
That is at him.
That's at Kanye.
What do you think of the nigga who's making your beats? Kanye ain't making his own beats, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Diverting the attention from you to make me question somebody else. And then if you keep on reading, was it father had to stretch his hand to get it from me?
Yeah, father.
He's talking about Kanye.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing
He said
he's saying is about Push.
He said you're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes.
One thing. Give me something else.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. Give me more.
I'm reading it, bro.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol.
So you don't rap what you did. You just rap what you knew. Don't be ashamed. There's plenty of people who do what you do.
That's a bar. That's a bar, G.
It's a bar.
That's a bar, G.
It's a bar. It's a bar.
Okay.
He said I had a microphone and yours, not a signature faded. I think that pretty much resembles what's been happening lately. You saying that nigga been fading? I get it.
No, he is not.
So in Duppy, man, he went at two people at once.
All the bars that hit. You see how I said the bar that actually hit that was aimed at Kanye? Father had to stretch his hand to get it from me. That's a bar.
It is a bar.
And that was aimed at Kanye. That wasn't aimed at Push. You can't do that. If me and you fighting, don't say, yeah, but I beat your man's ass. No, beat my ass. Me and you fighting. Like, why are you talking about this nigga?
Look, and then the one thing I think also gave Pusha T an advantage in that situation is that he's not as big. Because when you're Kanye and Drake, your whole life is out there. And it's like your life is news. Pusha T life not news. Ain't nobody checking for Pusha T's life. Like, nobody.
Okay.
You be checking for Pusha T life?
I've liked Pusha T for a long time, so yes.
Yeah, so
I've liked Pusha T
but that's more your thing. So you like the people like him, the Killer Mikes, the Big Crits. That's more your thing. But for the mainstream audience, they not checking for that nigga. Most people didn't know who Pusha T was until he battled Drake. I'm not saying us, because we knew who he was for sure. But a lot of people
you did, obviously.
Nigga, I knew who Pusha T was. I knew who the fuck the Clips was.
You did.
And I had listened to some of his other shit too. Shit.
But
yeah,
like I said, I'm not counting Duppy as a diss track towards Pusha T, because all the bars that hit hard and I was like, damn, that's cold, was at Kanye West. So I'm not counting that. Sorry.
Okay.
Like that's just it. But speaking of music, you brought up Killer Mike. I listened to this album. It's actually really fucking good. From top to bottom, I only skip like 1 or 2 songs, and that's only like if I'm out in public at my street corner or whatever, I'll skip those only because they're a little vulgar. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, excuse me, that was coming. For the most part, it's top to bottom, good playthrough. touch on a wide variety of things. The flows are never the same. Like that's something you can kind of, if you like Killer Mike, you kind of expect that. Like he has very unique flows or whatever. What else is pretty good?
When did that drop?
That dropped, I think, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Maybe like a week after Janelle Monáe dropped, which is actually really good album too.
I didn't listen to hers either.
Yeah, hers is pretty good. I've been ever since I heard it, I've been listening to Float ever since then. Float was good. Water Slide was good. And I had a whole list that I was ready to read off. But it's a short album. It's only like, I think, 11 songs. Like 45 minutes, if that.
Monáe's?
Yeah, it's short. It's short. Michael. Yeah.
Michael.
Oh, come on first.
That's 1 week on the chart.
Oh.
It peaked at number 58. Michael did. He had a top 10 album in Monster though, and back in 2003. I think is cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Killer Mike. I liked Killer Mike ever since he was on The Whole World with Outkast.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then that song was on the Scooby Doo DVD, the first one, and that's how I used to listen to that.
This is artist I've been listening to named Dominic Fike. He's like on my Spotify weekly, just randomly came on there.
Of course.
And next thing I know, I end up having 3 of his songs on my shit, so I went to look him up. And apparently he was in Euphoria.
Who was he?
He was the friend that Rue was with. Not the trans friend, but
the one who they was both dating, kinda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see him being a pretty dope artist.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was him until I had looked him up one day and it said like why he almost wasn't cast in Euphoria, and I'm like, he was in Euphoria? Like I had no idea.
So you listened to Gunna's album? How was that?
Yo.
He said, "Get ready, nigga."
So the album itself was okay.
Okay.
It was okay to all right. I don't know. It did not deserve the hype that it got. They were like, oh man, he on there, he's spitting, he's telling a story, he's telling his truth and all that. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's all fine. But to me, bro, at the end of the day, if it don't sound good to me, I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what message you delivering, what facts, it gotta sound good. And he had a couple of songs on there that were good. But the thing is, all the songs sounded alike. It was no difference in really pace, no different in tempo, no difference in feeling. Like I said, I thought I'm like, damn, this song is really long, and I was on track 4. I had no idea. I had skipped 4 songs. And then I got to like, Fuck You Mean. I'm like, okay, this is a standout song. I like this one. Okay. And then there was another song that came on after it, and then the next 5 songs sounded just like it. So it was okay, but it wasn't everything that they made it out to be. So I listened to his album, I listened to Young Thug's album, and I listened to Uzi's album. Okay. And honestly, out of the 3, I think I like Uzi's best. Okay. Not because, like I said, because of content, not like he's spitting bars, but because when I heard his album, I like the way it was arranged. Because, you know, he does his rock stuff, he does his rap stuff, and he does his, like, half singing stuff. And the album is almost divided into those sections. Oh, okay. So you can hear it, like, change. So it's like the rap, then it's like a little in-between song, then it goes to the singing stuff, and then it's like a little thing, and then it's like rock music. Okay. And then he had, like, this one song with, like, an anime theme to it or some shit like that. But it was different. It was diverse. I never knew what to expect. Like, I did not know what to expect.
That's good.
Out of them 3 albums, that's what I appreciate the most.
I didn't listen to any of them. Uzi is not my bag at all.
Yeah, and he's typically not my bag either. But like I said, I just been at work, and like I said, I do want to start doing the reviews or whatever. Yeah. And like I said, I got the camera set up, so I'm gonna start doing the reviews and shit. And I was listening to it just so I can have some kind of like basis or whatever. Yeah. Because at first I thought maybe I want to do like a day 3 reaction or something. Like I lived with it for 3 days. This is what I think. Or maybe I should do like, you know, this album came out 2 weeks ago. This is what the album is after the hype. You know,
that'd be good. Yeah. I mean, maybe do a before and after. A day of and then 2 weeks later. I think that'd be clutch. A day of and 2 weeks later. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I didn't listen to any of them just because none of those artists are like people that's in my rotation or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't run to the Gunna stuff. Like, I know people ran to it just because, all the hype behind the Rico case and what he gonna say, all this stuff or whatever. I'm not that fake and fickle of an artist, of a fan of music to run to that kind of stuff just because. I didn't listen to you before all of this shit happened. I'm not listening to you now. I don't care. Young Thug, pretty much in the same boat. Never listened to you before, not listening to you now. From my understanding, people are saying like, the critics are saying like this sounds like a cash grab because we are low on money, paying lawyers and shit. We just need to put something out, and all his industry friends signed off on it, co-signed it, blew it up or whatever. So that's what it seems like. Like I say, Uzi's just not my bag.
Yeah, and I've never been a big Young Thug person either because I've always had a real hard time understanding him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's an old person thing, but I like to be able to fucking hear you.
I want to rap the song. Yes.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Yo, speaking of rappers I can't or don't understand, NBA Youngboy, right?
Okay.
So he's a very popular and influential artist at this time. Mm-hmm. And I gave him a couple listens, and I don't get it. I don't know if it's because I'm too old or something, and he just sound like a young nigga doing young nigga shit, and it sound crazy to me, to an older nigga like me. I don't know if that's it. But the chokehold this nigga has on kids, bro. Like, a whole generation of kids rocks this nigga hairstyle. Yeah. Like the NBA Youngboy, which I call the NBA fuckboy, like, because that's what they all have. And it led me to this thing that it's a theory.
Shoot.
That whoever your favorite music artist is around your high school years, okay, is kind of who you become. You become that representation of them. Almost like similar, because like I was asking you, and you was like, you was like, yo, it's between, who did you say? You said Lupe and who?
Yeah, I said it was like Lupe. Damn, who else? I said Lupe, Ludacris, and somebody else. Around high school time, Lupe, Ludacris, and Kanye. Yeah, those three.
And they're looking at you today. Like, say you have a very much a Lupe aesthetic. Yeah, definitely. Like Lupe adjacent aesthetic. Definitely. And then mine more so was Kanye and Drake, and I'm okay with saying I have a Kanye and Drake's like adjacent aesthetic. Yeah, definitely. And then I'm looking at like my nephew. His favorite artist is NBA Youngboy, right? And he has very much so an NBA Youngboy like adjacent aesthetic. But I think he's leaning too hard into it. And what I think is dangerous about that theory is like my nephew is gonna listen to NBA Youngboy, adopt a music and adopt a personality, and that's who he is now. But NBA Youngboy is going to grow up, and he's not going to be that person anymore. Exactly. But you base your whole personality around that, and that's not even who you really were.
I mean, well, I think to be fair, it didn't happen consciously. He didn't set out to say, I'm gonna be like this nigga. It probably just, I listen to this nigga so much that subconsciously his ways like just comes out in me.
But, and I'm saying though, that's still dangerous because in your formative years, like I said, while Youngboy might be like 21 or 22 or something, my nephew's 15, 16. Right. And he's hearing this stuff in his formative years, and he think, yo, this is what I gotta be. Bro, I gotta slide on ops. I gotta disrespect people. You know what I'm saying? This is what I gotta do. But it's
nigga, you lived in 21 miles.
Right, but saying, but the other people around him who live out there also listen to the same music, and they feel like they gotta be on that same shit. And like I said, when I see him and the other people, they be like, yo, we go be thugs, we go be ops and all this other shit, yeah. And I'm like, bro, like just go to 7 Mile and Hoover for a week. Just do it for a week. Please. I did it for 2 years.
Go to Osborne.
Just do it. Like I'm not like, bro, you don't even gotta enroll, bro, because the teacher ain't gonna care, bro. Just go in there.
You like you belong here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
They go see them designer shoes you got on your feet, bro. Mm-hmm. They be like, I hope you got on some sturdy socks. Bro.
Right.
Hope your socks are well.
I need those. Don't crease them. Sit down. Take them off.
Well, yeah, I was thinking the other day. I'm just like, it's crazy how the music in formative years can shape you going forward.
Yeah, that's wild. When you brought it to me, I was like, yo, that actually makes fucking sense. Yeah. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
And now I wonder if it's with just men or if it's women too, because I know women consume things differently and they internalize things differently. And I want to ask my girl or whatever, so I'm gonna ask her eventually. You ask yours. We can come back and reconvene.
Well, okay. So are you saying like the rappers or just the music?
Just the music.
Okay. I could, by the music that she was listening to in high school, I could kind of get an idea of what she might say, but we'll see. Yeah. I'll ask. We'll update it.
Okay. Oh shit. Any other thing before we get on the fight deals and sports?
Yes. I have one question that I heard like somebody offhandedly brought up, and I was like, I'm gonna bring this to the pod. Top 5 TV dads. Top 5 TV, not cartoons. Yeah, not cartoons. Not cartoons. It could be sitcoms. It could be pretty much sitcoms, like sitcoms, shows, whatever.
Okay.
Top 5 TV dads. Let's go.
I don't think you can go wrong.
Your top 5.
Okay, you can't go wrong with Uncle Phil.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid.
You can't go wrong with Carl Winslow.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Like bullshit aside, I don't think you can go wrong with Bill Cosby.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Black, not black, just TV dads. Let me see. Who was another TV dad? Who you got?
I got out the gate. First round draft pick. Coming straight out of Wisconsin.
That 70 show?
I got Red Foreman. I got Red Foreman out the gate. I got Red Foreman.
Yeah, you know what? I couldn't think of his name.
Then I got Al Bundy, Married with Children.
Okay.
I got Al Bundy out the gate. Like those are my top 2. That's what I'm building my team around. After that, I might have to go. I'll go Bill Cosby after that. Bill Cosby like really shaped a generation on TV. He really shaped a generation. Who else? I ain't got Carl Winslow up there. I might put in Uncle Phil. But no, it was somebody else I had, and I lost it.
Yeah, like see, I don't watch a lot of TV. Okay, so that's hard, especially without cartoon dads. Yeah, if I had to sub in 2 cartoon dads though, I'd probably do Hank Hill and
Hank Solid.
Hey, I'll do Hank Hill and Bob Belcher.
Oh, you know what? The dad from Proud Family.
Oh, Oscar? Yeah.
Oscar from Proud Family. Yeah.
No, I don't know if Oscar got shit on.
Gotta put Oscar in there.
I mean,
It's Martin. He's Martin. Gotta put him in there. Yeah, gotta put him in there. And I have one more. I have my 5th. Because I was looking through them. Damn, it was all white people that I had. I had Red Foreman and Al Bundy out the gate. But like I said, I got Bill Cosby. And also got Uncle Phil. But I had one more, and now I can't fucking remember. I knew I should have wrote it down. But I think that's a good list. I think. And then like, Carl, do you watch Family Matters?
I used to, yeah.
I didn't watch Family Matters.
Yeah, no, I used to, because you know what? It used to be on, I think, that channel WGN, like the Chicago channel or something. Yeah. And, you know, my brother, like, the biggest Michael Jordan fan, so we always had WGN on the TV. Okay. So I ended up watching it a lot.
See, you know what? You know who I had on there? Damon Wayans from My Wife and Kids.
Yes, I would take him too. Yeah. I would put him in there.
Damon Wayans from My Wife and Kids.
You know, we watch My Wife and Kids all the time. That's like Kaylee's favorite show.
It's a shit. It's a really good show. Really good show. Does Uncle Bernie count as TV dad?
Uncle Bernie
from Bernie Mac show.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I might have to sub out Uncle Phil then. Because I didn't watch I didn't watch Fresh Prince. Yeah, I wasn't a Fresh Prince kid, but Bernie Mac.
You know, for my 2 sub in for like adult, I mean like real life ones, it'll be them 2.
Okay. Yeah. Solid list. Yeah, I love that 70s show. I don't see how people don't like it.
Yeah, I just never watched it. Like the most I've seen is coming when we lived together and I would come in past you. That's the most I've seen it.
Once a year, I gotta watch the whole thing. Matter of fact, I might go home and start tonight. But yeah, once a year, man. I love it. I love it. All right, what you got?
So for my flight deal, it is actually a revisiting of something we talked about a while back.
Okay.
And it's to let you know that it is legit. It is super legit. I don't know if you remember a while back, we talked about Frontier's All You Can Fly. Mm-hmm. So we had talked about it. I did it, and then we had came back probably like a couple months later, and I was saying about the restrictions behind it, right?
Yeah.
So it's been out in the wild for a couple months, for like a month or so.
Okay.
And from what I've been seeing, it's legit. It's legit. Now, you can't just go whenever. You do have to book your flights the day before. But what people are doing is, as soon as midnight hits in their time zone, they go on, they log on, and for the most part, people are able to get where they want to go. So if you get on exactly midnight, so I had got on at I was up late, 1 o'clock in the morning. I went on the Frontier website, and you know me, I love Vegas.
Right.
And I'm like, well, let me see if I can go to Vegas with this. And then it sure enough said it, like, if you got the pass, you can fly from Detroit to Vegas round trip for $20.
Wow.
So it was legit. And then I tried it later in the day, and it was gone. But it was there earlier in the day. And then I tried like another random place, like if I wanted to go to like, it was like Orlando or Arizona or something, and they had it for $20.
Oh wow!
So you just pay the taxes and fees, which is about between $15 and $20, and then you can also do, like you want to go to like Puerto Rico, you can do Puerto Rico, you can do San Juan, Mexico. I mean not San Juan, you can do Cancun, Mexico, you can do San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's off of that same $20.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
I looked, it's legit. So if you are thinking about getting the Go Wild Pass, I would do it. I mean, right now, I think it's like $2,000 because it's not the promo deal anymore.
Right.
But they are offering a promo for the season from like September to like January or September to February, and it's like $300.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
So this actually would have been perfect for somebody like you. That's like you had a week off from work, and like that day you knew you was off. You could have went on, got you a flight, been gone for like 2-3 days.
Yeah, but you know, with my girl, I can't.
Yeah, I'm saying like in general.
Yeah,
somebody in his situation.
I wouldn't want to just up and be gone without my girl all the time.
Right. I'm saying like somebody that's like that had that week off or whatever, and like you knew, okay, I got this week off. I can go ahead at midnight, get me a flight, be gone for the next 3 days, and then after that, I'm looking for a flight.
And that's what. And I'm actually in a group full of those people, and that's what a lot of the people do. Like say, if they realize, like somebody said that they work got shut down or whatever for like a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's saying he went on the app, and then he's going to San Diego tomorrow.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't think about San Diego, but I can get to San Diego for $20.
Right.
I'm gonna go to San Diego.
Yeah.
So and then also, I have had a change of heart about layovers.
Really?
I used to have beef with layovers.
Okay.
But I've grown to appreciate the layover if it is a long enough layover. So either it gotta either be super short, like the fueling layover where it's like 30 minutes,
right?
Or it has to be like a 10-hour layover. Because
why is that?
I like the idea of being able to, let's say, because I had looked up, what did I look up? Seattle. I'm like, let's want to go to Seattle. And the Seattle had a 10-hour layover in Vegas.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, that would be cool. Like, we can, on my way to Seattle, we can stop in Las Vegas. I can get my fill of Las Vegas for like 7, 8 hours before we head back. And then we can go to Seattle. So like you
can actually leave the airport?
Yeah, you can leave the airport. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so especially if you got like a check bag. If you got a check bag, they just leave it on the plane and they just send it to where it's supposed to go. So you can go take your Uber or whatever, like spend your $20, go out on the strip, chill for 6-7 hours, maybe see a show depending on when you get there, see a summer league game,
right?
And then head back to the airport, and then you go to Seattle. Then you go to your real vacation. So I feel like if the layover is long enough, you actually get 2 vacations. You get like a vacation and like an event,
right? And if it's in the right spot, because you wouldn't want to go to some random ass place.
Yeah. So like if you got a layover in like Montana, I don't know what to tell you, but like when I like to go. When I go West Coast, a lot of the time, they either stop you in Denver or they stop you in Las Vegas, and sometimes they'll stop you in Houston.
Okay.
So they usually stop you somewhere decent.
Excuse me, man. Okay. Chinese food got me stumped.
So on the sports, bro.
Yeah, sports. Nothing really crazy.
So Nuggets won the championship.
Nuggets won the motherfucking championship. Saw that coming. Jimmy couldn't do it all himself. I thought Tyler Hero would have came back to help out, but you know it is what it is. Denver. I'm not gonna say Denver deserves it, but like they.
How you gonna say they don't deserve it? They won.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they deserve it, but they've been right there. They've been consistent enough to where when the opportunity was able to strike, they was there.
And they've had their core together for a while.
Exactly.
So you gotta reward the team or appreciate the team who's been able to do it in house.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like outside of like Aaron Gordon, but
well, no, he's been there for a while now.
He's been there like 2 or 3 years.
I thought it was longer than that.
Like 2 or 3 years. Because you know,
when was the last? Because the last time he was in Orlando, he was in a dunk contest.
No.
Yeah, he got traded right after the dunk contest. Or did he actually trade or did he get traded?
I don't remember. Yeah, he got there in the 2021 season.
Oh wow, that's crazy! I thought he was there longer than that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But I am gonna say fuck the Detroit Nuggets because 4 of our players was on that motherfucking team.
A lot
bro.
of Detroit players going to do great things, bro. Detroit's not. Like I said, all the money they pay Monty Williams, and you seeing this for a culture shift or whatever,
bro.
Nigga, something better shake, bro. Because if that's not happening, bro, I gotta move the team.
But I don't expect Detroit to do anything for the first year. I think you gonna see a bunch of cuts and trades, or just. This, to me, this season is going to be like the auditioning season. Only person that I think 4 people got a solid spot is Cade, Ivy, Asur, and Duran. Everybody else is on the chopping block. Killian Hayes getting the fuck up out of here.
You trying to get him out of here for so long, bro.
Since he got drafted.
Hey, look, who you gonna have on your team? Killian Hayes or Karl-Anthony Towns?
Give me Cat. Oh, did you hear what he said about I'm saving this finger for a championship?
Yeah, some shit like, man, yo, I'm telling you, he is so unlikable.
That's your man. That's your man, bro. You love that man. But yeah, I watched some of the summer league games. Oh, let me go back to so yeah, like I said, four players: Reggie Jackson, Bruce Brown, Reggie Jackson, Bruce Brown. Who else is on? Not Michael Porter. Was Ish Smith? Yeah, I think Ish Smith and somebody else.
Yeah, he sure did.
Somebody else. They were all Detroit Pistons at one point in time, and then turn around. They all eventually got to the Denver Nuggets some way, somehow. And honestly, the only person I'm like extremely happy for on that team is Jeff Green.
Why Green?
I've liked Jeff Green for a long time, ever since he was in Boston. Yeah, I think he was in Boston. You put C instead. Put S instead of. But yeah, I've liked him since he was in Boston or whatever, and this nigga. But yeah, he's been a really good player. He was the only player to fight back on that Brooklyn Nets team when Kevin Durant took Milwaukee 1-5. He was the only person that fought back and was like trying to score. Unlike bum ass Blake Griffin, he just can't even. Unlike bum ass Blake Griffin, who was just catching the ball, throwing it to KD, like going for the rebound. Who else? Bum ass is on that team. DeAndre Jordan bum ass is on that team.
Oh yeah, Blake Griffin.
James Harden bum ass is on that team.
Harden was injured.
Harden bum ass is on that team. I don't give a fuck nobody say. Get his bum ass out of here. Who else? Only person I'm getting pass to is Kyrie. Kyrie get the pass.
Why he get the pass but Harden don't?
Because Harden came to what you call it, out of shape, he came to Brooklyn out of shape and couldn't play. Who else? There was a lot of bums on that team. Bum asses on that team.
No, but
I'm only calling the Morris, one of the Morris twins.
Yeah.
His bum asses on that team.
You can't give James Harden flack and let Kyrie off scot-free.
No. Harden came in out of shape. That's why I'm. That's what
okay.
I'm
He was out of shape when y'all signed him. When y'all traded for him.
Still giving him.
No, that's on the Nets.
Still giving
on the
Nets. But yeah, like I said, he got off. They got off lucky because of KD big ass feet. But anyway, I'm happy to see what I want to see how. Honestly, people talking about Brandon Miller versus What's his name?
Wemby.
Did
you see the dunk on yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not who we should be worried about. You know who we should be worried about?
Scoop.
Chet.
Oh, Chet.
Chet versus. That's who I want to see.
Look,
I want to see Chet versus him.
I do too, but I want to say one thing. It's kind of like not related to that, but I mean it is. But I think if you are a rookie and you get injured, you can't win. You can't win Rookie of the Year.
Why not?
Because you've been in the league for a whole year. You didn't play.
No, I wasn't in the league.
You were in the league. If you train with NBA professionals and NBA team doctors and NBA all this other shit, and you getting paid like an NBA player, you in the league.
Nah,
you in the league.
Don't count.
So I mean, look, if you want to get co-MVP, they can do that. Nah. But if you had a whole year to just sit, then that's not because
if I'm a rookie, I'm mad because y'all did it for everybody else, and now y'all want to stop when I care.
Bro, there's tons of rules they change when people happen, and that's a terrible reason. I ain't believe that reasoning. That's terrible reasoning.
You want to change it when I care? Yeah, I'll bust your number one pick.
That's terrible reason because let's say I'm like a fucking rookie or something, and I got like in my contract that if I become Rookie of the Year during my rookie contract, I get like $50 million. I'm going to fake injured for 2 years, and I'm going to come in on year 3 with 2 years of prep, and I'm dominating all the fucking rookies, bro.
Didn't that happen to John Morant? Didn't John Morant, who lost because Ben Simmons won?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell had a great year.
He had an amazing
year. And to give it to Ben Simmons, bitch ass. Like,
how do you feel about, Ben Simmons didn't get back to Australia. He didn't tell them he playing for them in FIBA or in the Olympics.
That nigga's done. He should just retire. He should. I mean, look. I don't know what any team can do with Ben Simmons. Like, I don't know. Because and I think Ben Simmons knows what he's done too. So I think he like mentally. I think he already knows what he's done. He got his contract that started last year or that starts this year or whatever it is. So he got like 3 or 4 years. He'll get his $200 million, and he's not gonna play a game. He's not gonna play a game, bro.
Over the course of 4 years, nah, he go play.
Like out of the 4 years, bro, he'll probably play like 20 games out of the 4 years.
Nah. I give him more than that. I think he'll play a whole season.
Oh no.
I think he'll play a whole season.
A whole season, a game over 4 years.
Maybe.
So 82 over 4 years. So like 12 games, like 20 games a season.
Nah. He might. I might give him a whole season.
He ain't played the last 2 years.
I know. But I'm gonna go out.
I go based on history, bro. I don't go based on what ifs and shit. You know, me and my girl talk about stuff too. She's like, well, why didn't you think or why didn't you assume and all this other shit? I'm like, I go based on history. I go based on facts.
The trade proves itself.
Like, man, fuck all
How do you? So, did you watch the draft?
I watched pieces.
So, did you hear when the Hornets drafted Brandon Miller or the Bulls?
Yeah.
It was audible, like you could hear it in the background. Mm-hmm. And then like they showed the Charlotte mascot, and he was like, "No, what the?" Like he was like shaking his head and shit. That's wild. But how do you feel about Portland drafting Scoot, pretty much saying "fuck you, Damian Lillard"?
I don't think they're saying "fuck you, Damian Lillard." I think they're trying to build the best team they possibly can. As an NBA player, I mean, as an organization, that's your job. To build the best team you can.
I'm thinking about it from a player's perspective. If you've been telling me this whole time, like, yeah, we go try to build a team around you. We go do what's right for you and get you another player in here. Yeah. You've been telling me this whole time for the past 2 years, and nothing's come through. And now you got a perfect example, a perfect opportunity to trade off this pick and get some players in here that's going to help me out or whatever, and you don't do it. And then you allow that player, either you allow that player or you encourage that player to get the number 00. Like you are showing me that, you are showing me that this is no longer, and then after that you give Jeremy Grant $160 million.
Bro, we gave you $60 million over 2. Nigga, we can't do nothing with our team because we paying you.
That's not my job to handle finances.
I know it's my job to make the team, which is why I drafted Scoot Henderson.
So you lying to my face saying you finna build around me because he's not playoff or finals ready.
Okay,
so
he can get ready, and we put the right pieces around, bro.
But Damian Lillard doesn't have that much time.
Nah.
He probably got maybe 3 good more years before he start declining.
Look, Damian Lillard had every opportunity in the world.
No, he did
that
not.
team. Yes, he did.
Oh, Talib maybe.
Talib, yeah,
I do think he got out too late. I agree with that. He got out too late.
Yeah, and then they said that he wanted to go to Golden State before Golden State got Chris Paul. And and that's all Damian Lillard's fault for waiting too fucking long.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because they would have gave up Kuminga and Poole and a pick quick as hell with Damian Lillard.
Yeah, that's wild. For Dame to go over there, that's wild. I never would have expected that. But I do. He's not going to end up in Miami. Miami they don't have enough to offer. Like, their whole team was G League players last year, and now all those players are gone. So, like, they don't have anybody to offer. They don't want to give up Caleb Martin. They're not giving up Adebayo. They barely want to give up Tyler Hero. They don't have anybody. Like, I mean, we haven't seen Tyler Hero play since he broke his hand. Like, fuck all that. I'm not finna deal with that. So I don't think he's going to end up in Philly. I think, if I'm being realistic, he's not going to end up in Miami. If I'm being realistic, he ends up in Philly.
You think for Maxey or for Harden?
They don't want to come off Maxey, but they might have to. I don't really see where else he could go, especially because like so many other teams have like paid out their players, their team or whatever. So I think it's just way too late. It's a bad year for him to ask for the trade. But I also think I think both him and the Blazers were playing chicken, and were like, the Blazers saw that, hey yo, we standing on. The Blazers saw Dame is standing on loyalty. Even though we want to get rid of him and he want to leave us, he's standing on loyalty and he cares about his ego and his pride, and he not go being that for his own well-being or whatever. So
I respect Damian for doing that, bro, but it is no way I would be that loyal to an organization or to a business that showed me how they do niggas time and time again.
Yeah.
Bro, like Drake said, trade you off the team while you in your sleep.
Yep.
Bro, that just happened to the nigga the other day. Nigga said he woke up with the text message saying he had got traded. Bro, imagine waking up and you like, yo, who I play for?
Man,
like, yo.
You ain't even got the common courtesy to tell me before you tell Woj.
No. Woj get it first, nigga.
Whoa, I swear, Woj got like clones of himself.
Yeah, Woj be like, I'm about to send this to the league, but you got it first.
Like, I would be paying Woj, like, hey, yo, let me know if my name on the block. Like, let me know what's going on, like, for real. Mm-hmm. If I'm in any trade talks, let me know first. Mm-hmm. I'll be scrapping him off something.
What if you went to Boston for Jaylen Brown?
I think Tatum was trying to get him over there. I like it, but I don't.
I like it.
I like it. I don't like him.
Since they lost Marcus Smart.
I don't give a fuck about Marcus Smart.
But Marcus Smart was like their main point guard, even though he was more like the physically as not so much as a scorer or facilitator. But I like that balance with Lillard at the point, and then what's the nigga name? Tatum at like the forward position. I like that. I like that it's a separation of the two, because I do feel that Tatum and Brown offer too much of the same things.
See, the reason why I don't like it is because it allows Jason Tatum to duck the smoke now. Because you see when they lost to Miami, he didn't take any of the smoke. Like, Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, it's my fault. This happened. It's my fault. This happened. Well, we all know this is Jason Tatum's team, and he didn't say anything. He didn't own up to nothing. Oh, I didn't come through for my team. Nothing. He didn't do anything. He just ducking the smoke. He wanted to be his team without any of the accountability.
Sounds like Kevin Durant.
Sounds exactly like Kevin fucking Durant. Yeah. And unfortunately, he's not. He, as much as people want to doubt it, he's not as proven as Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. He's nowhere near.
Did you see when Kevin Durant went into that Twitter chat room with Legend of Winning or some shit like that?
So I heard about it, but I didn't get over there and trying to see.
Yeah, so this nigga Kevin Durant, Legend of Winning, was talking about like Durant's not a top 5 player of all time, and Kevin Durant came in there like, y'all niggas don't know basketball and all.
Because they don't.
But see, look,
the people that be talking don't. Even though I agree, I don't think he's a top 5 ever.
No,
I'm probably not putting him top 5.
Me neither.
Top 10 maybe.
See, look, if it was top 5 scorers of all time,
definitely
definitely.
Yeah,
but to be like, so somebody say you're not top 5 all time, and you come in there, bro. If I'm Legend of Winning, kind of bitched out too, which kind of surprised me because I follow him on on YouTube or whatever. Man, if Kevin Durant come in my shit, and I'm like, nigga, you ain't won shit without fucking Steph. Nigga, you know who you be without Steph? You would be Charles Barkley or Allen Iverson without any other fucking like influence, nigga. That's who you would be. Like, I'm going in on this, nigga. Don't you dare walk in my fucking spaces while I'm fucking talking, nigga. And I'm muting your shit, so you gotta listen, nigga. like don't play. But anything before we go? We had an hour and 20.
No, that's it. I think we had this pretty good pie. I do think hopefully my Detroit Pistons make some moves. Hopefully Killian Hayes gonna be on the team. Middle of the season, come around All-Star weekend. Hopefully he won't be here. And low key, hopefully we can bid to get an All-Star in Detroit pretty soon, like within the next 3 years.
All-Star game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are.
When though? Like, it's like 2045, some shit like that?
No. It's like within the next like 3 or 4 years, because whenever a place gets a new stadium, they get in line.
Okay.
So we're like 3 or 4 years away. Okay. Because then we got to draft here next year.
Yeah, for the NFL.
Yeah, we got the NFL draft here next year. And I'm pretty sure within the next 3 to 4 years, we gonna have a basketball All-Star game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, we gonna see some changes. I do hope we keep Wiseman. I kind of want to keep Bagley, but we probably won't. We probably won't keep Boyan either. I think a lot of teams want Boyan.
Yeah, he out of here.
I think the Lakers want Boyan a lot bad. I think Lakers.
He's on a really good team-friendly contract.
Yeah. I think he'll be good a lot of places. I think he'll be good in Miami. Yeah, so he'll probably be good in Philly.
Whoever LeBron beef with first is who we getting for Boyan.
Say it again?
Whoever LeBron beefs with on the Lakers first, whoever start fucking up on the Lakers first,
okay,
is who they gonna offer.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Oh, Fred VanVleet got the bag.
Oh yeah, him and
Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks. Yeah. And I told people, I was like, yo, he gonna end up somewhere for a decent bag, because he's not that. He just talk too much.
Look, I didn't think he was gonna make 80. I saw him like, because his like 4 years, 80 million. I saw him more 4 years, 60 million.
Yeah.
Like 15 per year kind of deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but low key for that team, he might be worth it. He's a good defensive presence. Like, he's not great, but he's a good defensive presence. And then that alleviates some of the pressure. By adding him and Van Fleet, that alleviates some of the pressure off Jalen Green, off Jabari Parker, Jabari Smith?
Jabari Smith.
Yeah. That alleviates some of this off the pressures off them or whatever, and that allows them to learn how to play basketball from pretty much vets, because Van Fleet's a champion, right?
Yeah, he won with the
Toronto.
Yeah.
So he's a champion. You go get that a little bit of a championship pedigree, even though he ended in the past couple of years.
But Van Fleet is the only big veteran out there. Don't get me wrong, Brooks is a veteran, but he been playing with young niggas his whole life.
He a young nigga too.
Yeah, he probably had that young nigga mentality, you know, and he be like light skinned doing dances and shit. When you light skinned, there's a certain shit you can't do. Trust me, I know. Like,
I like D Rose and Memphis.
I do too.
He's there now. I like D Rose in Memphis.
I do too.
I like Marcus Smart in Memphis too. More than I like him in Boston, I'm gonna like him in Philly.
Yeah,
Memphis.
I think after Wick get off his suspension, I think they'll be fine. Oh man, and I am starting to love the idea of the you got to play at least 60 something games. I love it.
That's a lot of fucking games.
I know.
So that's going to eliminate a lot of people from.
Bro, no, let's go. What it is, it's a contract thing, because in order to play a max contract, they have to be on an all-NBA team to get a max contract.
Yeah.
So if you're not playing, you can't get a max contract.
Yeah, that's true.
So that as a team, I'm gonna say like, yo, I would offer you the max, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
So
you look for any way not to pay niggas. you are a wild boy, G. You are a wild boy.
No, but I'm saying like, so think about it. So if you got like Kevin Durant, and like, let's say he didn't play the game, so he didn't make the All-Star team. So now when you renew his, well, not Kevin Durant, because he been in the league for a while, so he's like an exception. So somebody like, let's say you would have got to like what's that nigga name, Zion, before this shit, like, cause you know he ain't never played that many games.
Yeah, he never.
So he wouldn't have been eligible. So he had to take a lower contract. So you'd be able to get a good player on a lower contract, even though he don't play, and which would left you more room to fill out your team.
Do you trade Zion for Lillard?
I trade Zion for anybody, bro. I would trade him for 3 seconds.
I'm saying for
yes.
Like if you're Portland.
Yes. Oh no. Oh. If you give me some picks, maybe. If you give me like another player who's going to actually play, and you give me like 2 or 3 picks, then yeah.
I like the idea of him down there with. I like the idea of CJ and Lillard back together, and I like Lillard alongside Brandon Ingram.
I do too. I like that deal.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And then, do they still got Valanciunas as they center?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that could work.
With Grand Theft Alvarez.
I think that could work.
I like that a lot.
I think that could work.
But that ain't gonna happen because they banking way too much on Zion.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Keke Palmer thing or whatever.
Damn it.
But it's whatever.
Yeah.
We do all that shit later.
Yeah.
Hope y'all like this episode. You know, all the good YouTube stuff, all the Spotify stuff, like, comment, share, whatever. Whoop-de whoop, blah blah blah. Hopefully we get some music back soon.
Yeah.
I've been looking at little soundboards and stuff. You could potentially.
I mean, on this stuff, I could just play it up there. Honestly.
Yeah, but nah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But y'all be smooth. Hope y'all like the episode. Peace.